The tip of time's tongue, Decay, leaks at the future. To catch its descent, I search for spores of language fermenting in secret. Not death notices affixed to matter, but the very existence of things, containing an invitation to oblivion. To blur that boundary, I slip it into the vault of memory. It is neither number nor word, but the tectonic tremor of a concept suspended mid-utterance. Enter it, and the latent fragrance lurking beneath the fruit peel unfurls. Time's arbitrarily defined freshness inverts, and the future, meant for consumption, walks toward us. Yet the password is simultaneously a crystallization of merciless beauty, drifting beyond meaning, shattering the shell of symbols. It banishes the expiration date itself to the realm of conceptual impermanence. To rot is, in truth, merely the moment the world ceases to speak. Only that which continues to speak is summoned back to time's table. So today, too, I roll an unread cipher deep in my mouth, secretly rewriting the world's expiration date. The numbers are not mere signals, but boundaries of memory. The expiration date is not a judgment of edibility, but a small gate separating past and future. Like someone turning a key, the date reveals itself when a single word rings out. The password is a secret phrase, a spell, fingertips knocking on the door of oblivion. The summoned date shakes the shelves of memory with the scent of savoring. We live our days typing invisible codes, receipts lurking at the bottom of shopping bags, the vague glow inside the refrigerator, the lingering scent of someone's laughter. These are all small pieces of evidence awaiting their expiration, and the password is the ritual that gives them meaning. When we summon the expiration date, time does not reverse. It regains its contours. Forgotten dinner plans, the flavor of exchanged words, the taste of unspoken apologies. Each slips from the shelf. There are moments it resembles reunion, not decay. Yet summoned deadlines are cruel too. The end of freshness trusts responsibility for choice. Eat or discard, embrace and preserve as memory, or cast into fire and turn to ash. Even ideas have expiration dates. At some point, their taste changes. When all words are exposed to new light, meaning either rots or ripens, the very act of summoning begins a redistribution of value. It leaves a quiet proposal. The secret linguistic symbol that calls forth the deadline is not an external sign, but an internal signal. If you read aloud the small label within your own chest, the past becomes not mere waste, but potential ingredients for cooking. The time for enjoyment ends, but the ways to savor it can be endlessly rewritten. That minuscule font printed on the label, it's not a promise, but an ironic warning. At the table, smeared with the preservative of memory, we wait impatiently for the main dish called immutability. But we know that every concept begins to oxidize the instant it is defined. The moment love is called love, invisible mold begins to grow on the contours of that emotion. Definition is the suffocation of possibility. Bestowing a name can be likened to the artisan's act of carving letters onto a memorial stone. That is precisely why a password is needed. Strings to forcibly guide stagnant time toward decay. That string is never a simplistic sequence like 1, 2, 34, when it is the frequency of a sigh let slip before a mirror, or the crisp, crunchy sound of melancholy chewed through in the dead of night. I hit the enter key. Click. It doesn't sound like a sturdy safe opening. Only the world turns a little sour. That date, you believed absolute, crumbles into digital sand. The vow of forever begins to ferment, releasing the pungent scent of reality. But there's no need to lament. True taste arrives only after the best before date has passed. Aging is merely a euphemism for decay, yet we spend our time as living beings to savor the honey of that ripening fruit. Enter the password. It might be your own name, or perhaps just 4 irreversible characters. Goodbye! Throw open the door. Inhale deeply the foul stench, a mix of fresh despair and rotting hope. Inviting the end is the only coordinate of the that gnaws through this tedious eternity, ontologically stripping away the self. Time does not rot. The word rot merely parasitizes the syntax of time. From beneath the scales of that parasitic word, we scoop up minute, invisible visibility. We need the darkness where the spores of words lie dormant, ungerminated, generated in the instant when the unconscious of language, deviating from both the norms of semiotics and the systems of algorithms, activates itself. neither number nor word, neither meaning nor signifier. It rises as a tremor accompanying the premonition of symbolic fixation. And it is, so to speak, a quasi-existent fluctuation, where the sign has not yet fully chosen its form.